Really excited about the win on yesterday. Thought our guys did an excellent job of coming out, playing extremely hard, and really making some plays early in the game. Unfortunately, there in the middle of the half, I probably didn't execute on the offensive end, but defensively I thought we were really still good and played extremely hard on the defensive end. Forced them to only 19% shooting from the field in the first half, and thought about the last 3 or 4 minutes. We made a great run there, and Anthony Hickey making some plays. Our pressure from our press was good, and I thought Andrew DePiro made some huge plays, rebound, put back, got a nice dunk in there, knocked down 2 free throws. I thought doing that run that really helped us as well, and we look forward to the challenge on Saturday. Alabama team that probably didn't play their best on yesterday at Auburn, but a very capable and very talented basketball team, and we look forward to those challenges there on Saturday evening.
Johnny, are you eager to see what your guys do against a press, since you guys are so effective against it? Do you think it helps to be a pressing team?
At times, I think some teams, a lot of times, teams that press a lot don't like being pressed, and I think Florida, they've have the ability to press, and they pressured us. I thought we were able to handle their pressure somewhat, and other teams that have pressed us this year. I think we have the ability sometime to get out in the open floor and make some plays, and therefore sometimes teams will back their press off because of our quickness. And once we get through that first wave, our guys have been able to make good decisions on the backside of it. So that's how Alabama plays. I don't think they would do anything different, and we must handle their pressure if we're going to play well against them. And we just, our big deal is being poised under pressure and making sure that we make the right reads and the right plays. And I think if we do that, some great things can happen for us.
Once they get out of the press, just the consensus seems to be there may not be as physical regards as this one that you're going to see this weekend with Lacey Roper and Steele coming off the bench. Just talk about their on-ball defending, what makes them so good if you can't get that first wave of what they do well.
Well, I think the good thing, what they do defensively, they're a very aggressive style basketball team, and they get after you defensively. And a lot of times what they do is create their offense from their defense and give them some easy scoring opportunities, and I think that's something that they really depend, they rely on the defensive pressure to create easy scoring opportunities for them.
Obviously, I don't think last night was y'all's best performance of the year. Could y'all have won a game where you didn't play as well as you needed to about a month ago, or is that a testament to guys kind of making plays down the stretch and growing up a little bit?
I think, and I told the guys this last night, that we have made some improvement, that we're a lot farther along than we were a few weeks back, and thought the sign of an improving team or a good team is when you don't play your best and you still have an opportunity to succeed or win. And we're able to win last night without executing at a high level on the offensive end. But I think, like you said, you're able to find ways to win. And as Coach Brown used to say, well, I guess we were able to manufacture a win last night, and those kind of things will happen if you continue to put yourself in certain positions. But I think that's a sign of an improving team and a good team when you don't play at your best and you're still able to get a victory against a quality opponent, which Vanderbilt is.
Kind of along the lines of what he was talking about, do you feel like your team, like learning how to win close games, is something that they're kind of getting over that hump? Because you guys have had a lot of close games. You were losing earlier, and now you guys are, have won some very close games recently.
Well, yeah, I thought early in the season we've had some close calls, and I thought we had done well. We got into conference play and had a couple of setbacks early on. South Carolina game getting in overtime, and they actually came back and had success in the overtime against us. And I thought at Georgia, another close basketball game, had chances there, but I think over the last week some good things have happened for us, and I know our guys are extremely confident during that time. Even in the South Carolina game, we're confident. I thought that we would win the game there at the end, that it didn't happen, but I think it helps with your confidence when you're on this side of it, and you've had that success, and if something should happen in the future, we can always look back to execute it at a high level when we need it to in crunch time. And game is generally going to come down to the last couple of minutes anyway. And it's about executing offensively, getting stops on the defensive end, and making sure that you're knocking down free throws. And if you're able to do that at a high level, you have a good chance of having a good success ratio.
Has Anthony grown and kind of stepped up as a leader since his kind of setbacks early in the season where you held him out a couple minutes?
I think he's made some great strides. I think his focus really is primarily now in basketball, and I think he understands that he probably let his teammates down and his fans when he wasn't available in an early period. And I think that that's something that bothered him, not being there for them, and I think that's a good thing. And so I think now he tries to avoid and make sure that there's nothing there or any hurdles or anything in his way to prevent him from being out there. So I think he thinks prior to making some of the decisions he was making early on.
Do you ever pull him aside whenever like the team was struggling like it was for a stretch last night and say, hey, take this over? Or is that something that he just kind of does on his own?
Well, I think it's just a relationship in plays we run, and I think he understands what sets we're in, or if we're running plays when it's time for him to probably be more aggressive at times, or it's times for him to continue creating opportunities for his teammates as well, keeping them involved. And I think he is getting it, and I think it's coming to him as he continues to play, that when the times during the game that he's needed, and he needs to step up and be a little bit more aggressive offensively.